Welcome to Secret of Success. Today we are going to talk about a topic that can completely change the course of your life. The secret to manifesting an extraordinary life. If you have ever wondered why some people seem to have everything flowing perfectly, whether it's their health, relationships, or finances, while others remain trapped in a cycle of difficulties, then this video is for you. The truth is that manifestation is not just a mystical concept or something beyond your reach. Great minds like Napoleon Hill, Joe Dispenza, and Bob Proctor have dedicated their lives to understanding the principles of the mind and energy to create the reality we desire. And believe me, you have that power within you. Today we are going to dive deep into the secrets that can transform your dreams into reality. But before we begin, I want you to set aside any doubts and open your mind for this journey. Are you ready to discover how to manifest an extraordinary life? Bob Proctor once said, "The only limitation in your life is the one you impose on your own mind. If you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand." This phrase teaches us something powerful. Everything begins in our mind. What you believe is possible becomes possible. What you fear grows. Manifestation is not magic. It is the direct result of the way we think and feel about our reality. When we align our thoughts, emotions, and actions with what we desire, the universe responds. So the question is, are you ready to expand your limits and create the life you truly desire? If there is a secret to manifesting an extraordinary life, it is within you. Everything begins in your mind. Every thought you have, every belief you carry is shaping your destiny at this very moment. Nothing happens by chance. You are not here by accident. Great minds like Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, and Joe Dispenza understood that everything in the universe is energy, and that includes you. What you think and feel sends signals to the universe, and those signals determine what you attract into your life. If you live focused on fear, scarcity, and doubt, guess what you will attract? More fear, more scarcity, and more doubts. But here's the good news. You can reprogram your mind and completely change your reality. No matter what happened in your past or what others have said about you, from the moment you decide to take control of your energy, you become the conscious creator of your life. Think of the great visionaries of the world. Steve Jobs did not accept no as an answer. Oprah Winfrey did not let obstacles define her future. Will Smith always believed that the mind was his most powerful tool. These people understood that external reality is merely a reflection of your inner reality. If you change on the inside, everything changes on the outside. Now stop and think. What have you been feeding your mind? Is it thoughts of power, abundance, and possibilities? Or is it thoughts of scarcity, fear, and limitation? Manifestation is not just about wishing. It is about feeling and acting as if what you desire is already yours. If you want wealth, feel prosperous now. If you want love, be loved now. If you want success, act like someone successful now. The universe responds to your vibration. Many people still believe that manifestation is just an abstract concept or a mystical idea, but in fact, it has a scientific basis. Studies in quantum physics, such as those conducted by the renowned scientist Max Planck, show that everything in the universe is energy and vibration. This means that we are pure energy and are constantly emitting frequencies into the world around us. But what does this have to do with your extraordinary life? Everything. Imagine that you are tuning into a radio station. If you want to listen to classical music, you need to tune to the correct frequency, right? If you are on the wrong frequency, you will only hear noise. The same applies to your life. If you desire success, you need to vibrate at the frequency of success. If you want love, you need to vibrate at the frequency of love. The proof of this is found in various scientific experiments, such as those conducted by the HeartMath Institute, which show that the heart and the brain emit powerful electromagnetic fields that interact with the world around us. This means that your thoughts and emotions have a direct impact on your reality. But here is a crucial detail. It is not enough to simply want something. You need to feel as if it is already real. This is one of the greatest secrets of manifestation. If your mind has the power to create your reality, then the question is, have you been feeding your mind in the right way? Think about how many times you have caught yourself saying phrases like, "I'm never lucky," "Money is hard to earn," "I'm not good enough," or "I'm not smart enough to achieve this." These phrases are mental programs you have learned over the course of your life. But the good news is that any program can be rewritten. And how do we do that? Through repetition and emotion. If you start replacing these limiting thoughts with powerful affirmations and feel emotion as you repeat them, your subconscious will begin to accept these new beliefs as truth. This is neuroplasticity. Your mind adapts and creates new neural connections. Here's a powerful exercise you can start doing right now. Choose a new powerful belief, something like, I am a magnet for incredible opportunities. Repeat this phrase daily, for at least 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes before sleeping. Feel the emotion as if it were already real. Imagine yourself living that reality right now. Act according to this new belief. If you believe you are successful, how would you behave? How would you speak? How would you make decisions? The more you repeat this process, the more your mind will accept this new truth. And when your mind accepts, the universe will respond. Now that you know the power of your mind and how it creates your reality, let's delve even deeper into how to align your desires with your actions to create a truly extraordinary life. Most people spend their entire lives wishing for changes, but few actually take the necessary actions for those changes to occur. And the reason for this is simple. They don't truly believe that they are capable. It is not enough to want something. You must feel that it already belongs to you. Your subconscious is like an internal thermostat, regulating what you can or cannot achieve according to the beliefs you hold. If your mind is programmed for scarcity, no matter how much you try to earn money, it will always slip through your fingers. If your mind is programmed for failed relationships, you will always end up attracting people who reinforce that belief. And here's the key to change everything. You need to raise your frequency to align with what you wish to manifest. This means that above all, you need to become a person who feels deserving of what they desire. Think for a moment about how you feel when you desire something deeply, but deep down, you don't believe that you can really have it. That feeling of distance arises, as if your dream were on a pedestal and you were too small to reach it. But the problem was never that your dream was big. It was that you felt small. You need to understand that the extraordinary life you desire is already available to you. But first, you must see yourself as someone capable of living it. All successful people, before they got there, already saw themselves as winners. Michael Jordan practiced as if every game were a final. Walt Disney dreamed so big that he saw his projects completed before they even left the drawing board. Elon Musk not only believed in the possibility of exploring space, but he acted every day as if it were inevitable. These people did not wait for circumstances to change to feel victorious. They felt victory first, and that is what brought the results. Now think about what your life would be like if, starting today, you began to act as the person who already has what you desire. If you want success, how would someone successful behave? How do they think? How do they make decisions? How do they move through the world? If you want wealth, how does a wealthy person manage their money, their opportunities, and their time? If you desire great love, how would a person who already feels loved relate to themselves and others? Everything you want already exists in a parallel reality. But to access it, you need to align yourself with the version of yourself that already lives that experience. The human brain does not distinguish between imagination and reality. If you visualize something with enough emotion and intensity, it will start seeking ways to make that thing real. This is what Olympic athletes do when they train mentally before competitions. Studies show that those who practice visualization perform significantly better than those who train only physically. This happens because by visualizing, you create new neural connections that prepare your body and mind for that experience. This is not mysticism, it is neuroscience. If you want to manifest an extraordinary life, start now by visualizing that life. Close your eyes and imagine what your perfect day would be like. Where do you wake up? Who is by your side? How do you feel? Imagine every detail as clearly as possible. Feel the gratitude as if you were already living it. Notice the smell of the environment, the sounds around you, the texture of objects, the colors, and the feelings that this reality awakens in you. The more details you add to this vision, the more real it will seem to your brain, and the faster it will begin to identify opportunities that will lead you on that path. This happens because your mind works like a radar. When you set your focus on something, suddenly you start noticing more about it in your everyday life. If you decide to buy a car of a specific model, you soon begin to see it everywhere. If you learn a new word, you start hearing it more frequently. This is not a coincidence. It is your brain activating what we call the reticular activation system. The same happens with your reality. When you convince yourself that an amazing future is reserved for you, your mind begins to see the opportunities that have always been there, but that you did not notice before. But you must be careful. Visualizing alone is not enough. Many people fail at manifestation because they get stuck only in the intention without taking concrete actions. You can repeat 1,000 times a day that you are prosperous, but if you continue spending money uncontrollably, your vibration is misaligned with what you want to attract. You can say that you want an amazing relationship, But if you accept less than you deserve, you are sending contradictory signals to the universe. Your energy and actions need to be aligned. If you want to change your life, start taking small steps today. Not tomorrow, not when everything is perfect, because that perfect moment will never come. Successful people did not wait until they were completely ready. They started even with fear, even without all the answers. Action is what accelerates the process. And every action you take reinforces your new identity. If you want to manifest an extraordinary life, you need to stop acting like someone who doesn't have that life yet, and start acting like someone who has already achieved it. The question remains, are you willing to become that version of yourself now? Or will you continue waiting for an ideal moment that will never come? The universe responds to those who move, to those who believe and act. Most people give up even before they start to see results because they are trapped by a limited concept of time. They want everything to happen immediately, and when they do not see instant changes, they revert to old patterns of thought and behavior. But the truth is that the universe does not operate at the speed of your impatience. It responds to your consistency. Everything you desire already exists. But for that reality to materialize, you need to maintain your energy at the right frequency for a sufficient amount of time. This means that you cannot allow doubts, fears, or frustrations to sabotage your process. If you plant a seed and keep digging the soil every day to see if the root has grown, you will never see the plant blossom. The same goes for your dreams. They need time, nourishment, and persistence. Many people begin practicing positive affirmations, visualization, and gratitude, but give up after a few days because they do not see immediate changes. This happens because they still have not understood that manifestation is not a magic trick, but rather a natural process. Your brain and body need repetition to accept a new reality. If you have spent years identifying with scarcity, insecurity, and doubts, you cannot expect that a single positive thought will change everything overnight. But if you maintain your energy elevated and act as if your new reality were already true, everything will begin to transform, because you will have given the only proof the universe needs to respond: your unshakable conviction. Think of the great visionaries in history. Thomas Edison failed more than 1,000 times before he managed to create the electric light bulb. Walt Disney was rejected several times before building his empire. J.K. Rowling received dozens of rejections before publishing Harry Potter. These people had something in common: a faith so deep in their visions that no obstacle was able to stop them. If they had given up at the first failure, they would never have achieved their dreams. The same applies to you. Your success will not be defined by the absence of difficulties, but by your ability to continue believing even when everything around you seems to say otherwise. That is why gratitude is one of the most powerful tools in manifestation. When you are grateful for what you already have, instead of focusing on what is missing, you reinforce to the universe that you are vibrating at the frequency of abundance. Most people live complaining, worrying, and focusing on what they do not have, and then wonder why their lives remain in the same place. The universe does not respond to what you want, it responds to what you feel. If you feel lack, you attract more lack. If you feel abundance, you attract more abundance. So instead of asking yourself, why hasn't my life changed yet? Start asking, what is amazing in my life right now? The answer to that question can change everything. And here is something fundamental. Stop looking for signs all the time. Many people start practicing manifestation and become obsessed with waiting for the universe to show some sign. That is a mistake, because if you are looking for signs, it means that you still do not fully believe. Those who truly believe simply live as if what they desire were already real, without needing proof all the time. When you let go of the need for control and trust the flow of life, things start happening naturally. You do not need to keep checking the temperature of your manifestation, as if you were looking at the clock every 5 minutes waiting for the time to pass. Your only responsibility is to keep your vibration elevated, act according to the reality you wish to create, and allow the universe to do its part. The extraordinary life you desire is not a distant prize reserved for a few. It is available to anyone who decides to align with it. You do not need to wait for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment never comes. You do not need to have all the answers, because the answers will come along the way. What you need is to take the first step and trust that when you truly commit to your dream, everything begins to rearrange in your favor. Most people do not realize that they are manifesting their reality all the time, whether consciously or unconsciously. Everything you believe, feel, and reinforce daily is shaping your destiny, even if you don't realize it. If you see yourself as someone who always faces difficulties, your mind will find ways to reinforce that belief. If you believe that money is something hard to earn, your reality will constantly reflect that. If you think you are unworthy of love, you will end up attracting relationships that confirm that feeling. But just as your limiting beliefs create barriers, your empowering beliefs can open doors. It all begins with the decision to choose what you're going to believe from today onward. The problem is that most people do not realize they are trapped in automatic mental patterns, created over the course of their lives through education, past experiences, and external influences. From an early age, we hear phrases like, "Money doesn't grow on trees, life is hard. You have to work hard to be somebody." And without realizing it, we internalize these thoughts as absolute truths. But what if these beliefs are just stories that were told to us? And what if there is an easier, more aligned, and more natural path to achieving what we desire? The truth is that the universe does not reward those who work harder, but rather those who work in alignment. You must have met someone who is always making an effort and yet seems to never get anywhere. This happens because action alone is not enough. You need intention and energy directed correctly. Big names in the business world, such as Warren Buffett and Jeff Bezos, did not become billionaires just because they worked hard, but because they had clarity, vision, and made the right decisions at the right frequency. Similarly, people who enjoy happy relationships did not achieve that merely by luck, but because they opened themselves up to the experience, believed they deserved it, and acted according to that truth. If you are not yet living the extraordinary life you desire, stop and ask yourself, what stories am I telling myself? Am I insisting on a narrative that limits me, or am I creating a new story where I am the protagonist of my own journey? You can choose at any moment to rewrite your script. You can decide right now that you are a successful, prosperous, healthy, loved, and happy person. The secret is not in the future, it is in the present. It is here and now that you create your new vibration. Manifestation does not happen just when you desire something, but when you become that thing. The universe does not deliver what you want, it delivers what you are. If you want abundance, you need to think, feel, and act like someone abundant. If you desire love, you need to be loved. If you seek success, you need to carry that energy in every decision, every conversation, every daily choice. Have you noticed how confident people seem to attract more opportunities? It's not because they are lucky, but because their energy communicates to the world that they are ready to receive what they desire. And that confidence comes from the certainty that the reality has already been created, even if the results have not yet appeared. That is why letting go of the anxiety about the outcome is so important. Many people block their own manifestations because they cling too much to the how and when things will happen. They doubt, question, become impatient, and end up interfering with the process. But those who truly master this art know that the secret is not to chase after it, but to attract. When you are vibrating at the right energy, things naturally start coming to you. Unexpected opportunities appear, connections arise, paths open up, and when you look back, you realize that everything made sense. The question remains, are you willing to trust the process? Are you truly ready to live as if what you desire were already yours? Because in the end, the only thing that separates you from the life you want is your own belief. What you decide to believe from today onward will determine everything that follows. If you have made it this far, you have already realized that manifesting an extraordinary life is not just about desiring something, but about becoming the person who naturally attracts that reality. There is no magic in it, only a truth that has always been in front of you. The life you experience today is merely a reflection of what you believe is possible. The universe does not impose limits on what you can or cannot achieve. Those limits exist only within your mind. And the good news is that from the moment you decide to reprogram those beliefs, nothing can stop you. Many people spend their lives waiting for a great moment of transformation, as if a miracle were suddenly going to happen and change everything. They believe that they need a stroke of luck, an unexpected event, or someone's permission to finally live what they desire. But transformation does not happen in the future. It happens now. The power you seek is already within you, and the only thing you need to do is decide to use it. You can choose from today onward to start acting, thinking, and feeling like someone who has already achieved what they desire. You can decide that you will no longer be a slave to the old beliefs that have limited you thus far. You can, in this very moment, become the version of yourself that you always knew you could be. But this decision must be real. You can no longer oscillate between believing and doubting, between moving forward and stepping back. The universe responds to clarity, and when you truly commit, everything begins to align in your favor. So the question now is, are you ready to take control of your life? If yes, I want you to write in the comments of this video, I am ready to receive all the wealth that the universe has in store for me. This is your commitment to this new phase. Writing this is more than just a simple phrase. It is an affirmation that you have decided to step out of a waiting position and become the creator of your reality. If this content resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications. Here, we share daily knowledge that can change your life and help you manifest everything you desire. And before you go, tell me, what is the first action you will take today to align yourself with the extraordinary life you desire? Answer in the comments, because when you write, you reinforce that decision within yourself. May the universe fulfill all your desires.